Okay, in Gdevelop, a condition says, when something happens, an action says what to do. When you want an action to happen all the time, you leave the condition empty. So what we're going to do is click Add Action. We're going to look for Text Object. We're going to left click on Text Object. We're going to select Modify the Text. The text object is named Text. We're going to click there. For the modification sign, we're going to click this, set this to equal to. For where we have this text, we're going to go to this blue button to the right. We're going to left click there. We're going to left click on Common Expressions for all objects. We're going to select Variables. We're going to select Objects Variable. The object that we're working with that has the variable that we want on it is the player. So we're going to left click Player. Then we're going to left click on Variable, and the variable that we want to work with is Transform. So we're going to left click Transform. We're then going to click Apply and then select OK. Okay, with all that done, now when we click the preview button, you can see right here the text is letting us know what our variable is doing. Okay, what we want to do now is have the variable set up so that when the variable equals 2, our player will transform from a jet fighter craft to a robot. So what we're going to do is we're not going to click on these because these are sub-events. We're going to click here on an actual event. So we have the blue outline going around our condition as well as our action. Then we're going to click to the upper right, add a new empty event. So now we have this new empty event right here. Okay, so we're going to click Add Condition. We're going to select Common Conditions for all objects. Remember, not this variables. Common Conditions for all objects. The variables here, we're going to left click here. We're going to select Objects Variable. We want the player, and then the variable is Transform. The sign of the test, we're going to set this to equal to, and then for this setting here, we're going to set this for 2. Then we're going to click OK. Okay, so what's going on is we're saying when the variable that's called transform is equal to 2, we want something to happen. What we want to happen is for our jet fighter craft to transform into a robot. Okay, to do that, we're going to click Add Action. We're going to go to Sprite. We're going to select Animations and Images. And then we're going to go to Change the Animation by Name. So we're going to left click here. We want the animation for player, so we're going to left click on player. And then for the animation name, you can see these quotations. This is a hint letting us know that this name needs to be put in quotations. So we want the animation named Transform. So we're going to hold Shift, put in quotations, type in Transform, then put in another quotation, and then we're going to click OK. Okay, so now this is set up so that when the transform that's called, the variable called transform is equal to 2, we'll have this animation play, which is what we want. When we click the preview button, we don't have anything set up yet. This is equal to 0. This is the variable transform. So we need to have a way to have this variable be equal to 2. Okay, the way we're going to do that is we're going to make sure we have this event. And the event, remember, is a condition as well as an action highlighted. So we're going to click this up to the upper right, add a new empty event. We're going to go to Add Condition, and then we're going to go to Keyboard. There we go. Here's Keyboard. So now we want to select Key Pressed. We're going to put in T for Transform. You can see we put in T and you'll have hints here as well. So we're going to click, we can left click here so we can see that this is what we want here. We're then going to click OK. Okay, so what's going on is we're saying when the T is pressed, make something happen. So we're going to click add action. We're going to click on common actions for all objects. So we can go to this variables here. We're going to left click here. We're going to select this right here, modify a variable of an object. So we're going to left click there. The object that we are working with is player. The variable is transform. We want to click this modification sign and set this to equal. And then for this setting here, we want to change this to 2 and then click OK. Okay, so what we have set up is when we press the T key, the variable will be changed to 2. And then when Gdevelop sees that variable 2, it's going to play the animation transform. Okay, so we're going to click on this preview button here. So here is our variable transform. It is set to 0. I'm going to press T. And now you can see that our robot changed to, our jet fighter craft changed to a robot. Okay, when we press we got the transform to happen. However, our variable did not show us the fact that it's now equal to 2. And I see this is the issue right here. So basically what's going on is this is an event right here. These are sub-events. Sub-events are dependent on the event here. This is the action where we have our string set up to show what's going on with our variable. And this is set up as a sub-event of here. So what we want to do is just left-click, drag this to the side. So now this is no longer a sub-event. This is its own event here. Okay, so with that change, let's click the preview button again. We'll press T, and now we can see what's going on. So our variable is equal to 2. However, when we press our control keys, nothing happens, and we want to change that so that our robot can move around. Okay, to do that, we have this condition saying when the transform variable is equal to 2, have this happen. We can have other things happen from this condition. So we're going to click here, so this is highlighted blue. And what we're going to do is click add a sub-event to the selected event. So we're going to left click here. So now we have a sub-event here. And this sub-event is dependent on here. And we want this sub-event that's composed of a condition as well as an action to be dependent on this variable being equal to 2. Okay, so for this first condition of this sub-event, we want to click add condition. We want to go to keyboard. Then we want to go to key pressed. What I'm going to do is put in a capital U and then just P for the up key. So when you put in this up key, you can actually scroll through here and see up there. If you type in yourself, make sure that you have a capital P for up to have this work. So with this set up, we're going to click OK. Okay, so we have the condition. Now we have to say what is going to happen. So we're going to click add action. And for this, what we want to do is look for top-down behavior or top-down movement, which is this. So we're going to left-click. We're going to select controls. And we want to select the simulate up key press. So we're going to left-click. And we want this to happen to the player. So we're going to left-click here. And then we're going to click OK. Okay, what we want to do is make sure everything is working correctly. So we're going to left click on the preview button. So we're going to make sure that our jet fighter craft is flying correctly. It is. I'm going to I'm about to press T, so now I'm pressing T. So our variable changes to 2, which causes our robot to transform, or our jet fighter craft to turn into the robot. Now I'm going to press up, and now we can see that we're moving up as well. So this is good.